Well, thanks for watching, and we're just going to go through this RTK mission that we did out on a construction site.
My name is David Carlos with Courier Photos, and today we're doing a photogrammetry shoot using...
And the audio was a bit bad, so I'll just continue to narrate this. We're using the Phantom RTK, and it's really a new drone system with updates, including the capability of doing surveys less than 2 centimeters of accuracy. And so it's a really profound piece of equipment that we're using to do mapping missions. And there I just point out that there's the option of tying into the network RTK or the base station, which is a mobile base station. In this specific area we were at, there was a good, adequate RTK station that was based on the network itself. But I just wanted to do this flight with the mobile base station to test it as well and see how it did. And of course, setting those is very tricky. You want to make sure it's level and it stays level and in place for the duration of the flight. So with those two things, we were able to plan the mission over an active construction site, as you can see here in the background, and do a very important mapping mission for the engineer and for the managers and developers who are really wanting to see what's going on with this site and do comparable analytics and so forth.
Waypoint navigation missions, we want to make sure we keep an eye on the aircraft at all times.
And as always, I emphasize the importance of safety, making sure you treat an automated waypoint flight like any other flight, and make sure that you maintain VLOS and scan for other aircraft and so forth. With any of these flights, maintaining situational awareness of where you are in relation to aircraft and so forth. We had a restricted Class F zone near that space that we were operating, which is a military base. So always just keep in mind that as you're going through these workflows. Very different. It was a very intense, complex vehicle system. There's a lot more going on than just a standard photographic flight or video flight that you're working through in the processes. You can see the mobile ground station is on a checkpoint, so we can make sure that the checkpoint is calibrated to an actual known point, which makes perfect sense when you're doing survey work with a new piece of equipment. And in this segment, we're just looking at how responsive the drone is to, in the RTK mode. It is much more accurate at holding its altitude. There's a bit of wind that day over uneven terrain, and normally you'll have drones moving up and down and going around. This one was remarkably steady unless I gave it orders on the command and control, especially in the yaw motion. It's very steady in the yaw motion, which is proof that the RTK is an advanced system for positional stability, and that is one of the factors that makes it such an accurate drone for mapping operations, in addition to a whole bunch of other factors that go into the equation.